So today we are going to talk about security. Let's talk about service center representative. This is a custom specific security group, which is called service center representative. What exactly the security group will do? If you would like to give access to any person or any people outside the Workday environment, example, ADP. ADP is a third-party payroll process, a vendor. If they would like to, whenever they run the payroll, let's say the employee payrolls are not accurate. They would like to log into Workday and they have to review whether all the employee information, compensation data, whatever the processing is available or not. To make it simple, any vendor and you would like to allow them to access a Workday application with minimal information view, limited information view, you may require to create a service center representative. This is not for the security groups internal, which means payroll admin, payroll partner, we can assign to employees within Workday. For vendors, we can give the service center representative, and we should be very strictly, whenever you're giving access, you have to hide certain sensitive information. So we have to first identify what are all the details, whether the service center representative is authorized to access. Based on that, we have to grant access. Okay. Okay, let's see. So first thing, the how to create the service center representative group. First step, create service center representative. Create service center. Create service center representative. Create security. And then grouping. Grant access. Required domains. Okay, here are the steps we are going to follow in order to create this service center representative. And finally, Workday account. So let's see how to create this. So I'm going to proxy to Logan McNash because she has a super user access. Step 1, create service center. Name it ADP payroll processor. Some kind of code. And whatever the ADP payroll processor, they will provide a point of contact, phone number, address, email ID, you can capture if applicable. Okay. Task is done. First point. Second step, create service center representative where we'll grant the access. Call the service center. Here we created one, right? Assign the service center here. Okay. First name ADP payroll. And any contact information, again, email ID, etc. Normally, if you're processing a payroll with ADP system, there will be a manager for your payroll to take care. Any escalations or any adjustments, point of contact. So he acts as a point of contact. So we can capture that manager details. Okay. The next step, create security group. Select this option, scroll down. Service center security group, constraint, unconstrained. Unconstrained means it will be inherited. Constrained means it won't inherit. So let's call it as the security custom security group, ADP payroll and or access. Call the service center, the one we created. Grouping we are doing unconstrained. Okay. The first 3 steps we did, simple steps. And then we in this create security group, we assign the service center. Sorry, we assign the service center. Yeah, service center. Now grant access. Now my security group is ready with blank data, blank access. Nothing can access. Now here we have to ask a question to the customer. Hey, what data you would like to allow the this ADP vendor to view the details? So now let's see. Hello, view only compensation data. Hello, view only benefits data. Hello, view only dependent data. Worker data. Worker personal information, if applicable, because it's sensitive information. Okay. Pay results also, payroll data as well. Now these are all called domains. Now let's see how to give access. Access a task. There are 2 ways to do that. Maintain security permissions for security group. Maintain, we are not copying from existing. Call the security group, which is nothing but ADP, the one we created. This one. Okay. Arrow button. Compensation data. I'm going to allow only view. Modify, I'm not selecting. Modify means not only view, they can also change. But how we will give access to a vendor to change? Not correct, right? So view only. Domain security policy. Worker compensation. Worker grade. Changes. View only. compensation change.
Really?
Then benefits data. Worker benefits, data elections. Worker benefit data. What's the dependent details? Okay. Person information, payroll data. Okay. Now, a particular few domains we grant access to this security group. What exactly happens here is this security group, whenever they log into Workday, the ADP payroll vendor, they can access employee related only limited information, benefits, person information, worker data payroll, compensation changes, etc. This information might be the required because to troubleshoot if anything goes wrong in their ADP application, whether they want to look into Workday application, whether all the things are correct or not here. Okay. And here I always selecting view only. So because we are giving access to the vendor, we are not supposed to give full access like modify changes and all, only view access. Get only, put only is for integrations. Get the data from get the data means bring the data from into Workday. Put the data means send the data from Workday to the third party vendor. These are not applicable for us. And similarly, normally the vendors, we never allow them to access any business process related transactions. Okay, by never and never. So by any chance, if you're creating any customer service center representative would like to give access, so please enable business process. Vendors, we are not supposed to give access to the business process initiations. Just we are allowing them to view certain objects of the employee. Then select OK. Now go to the done. Since you are assigned certain security groups, right? Access the task to activate the security groups. Access the task. Activate pending security policy changes. Remember, if you perform any security related changes, domain or business process security policies, make sure you must run this report. If you not run this report, the changes whatever you performed is not going to be affected. I'm repeating again. What are the changes you have performed? I create a new security group. I have assigned some certain access. In order to bring that view access is effective into the system, we must run this report. It's a kind of a confirmation. Hey, you created the security group. Would you like to make the security group access? Okay, a kind of a review, a third eye check. Then the next step will ask you confirm. Now, see, someone is changing the data. These are also coming to the effective now. It's okay. Confirm. Okay. Now all your changes are active. Now all your the brand new security group you created is active in the system. Now the next step is go to the task view service center rep. Now how you will access the system? We have to grant access. Segregated actions. Service center representative. Sorry, security profile. Create. Sorry guys. What happening? Security profile. Create Workday account. Okay. You'll give some username. Just a second. As I said, we had tenant limitations, so I'll still let me show them. View service center representative. So here we'll navigate to redaction, security profile, create Workday account. And here they will provide username and password. Okay, username and password you will provide. Save the record and give the username and password to the ADP so that they will access this Workday application with those credentials whenever they want. So you can access a task called domain security policies for functional area. Okay. Each module is nothing but a domain. Each module is nothing but a domain. For example, payroll core or core payroll. Okay.
It's not here yet.
Now here we can scroll, expand this section. So these are all payroll related domains, core payroll related domains. So whenever say folder, which means there are certain tasks available under that. This is for domains. These domains will grant access to access certain tasks. Also to allow you to access certain fields, view. Okay, for example, I want to access the task payroll settlement run. I must have access here. What I do, I'll go to the domain security policy here. Edit action. Domain security policy, edit permission. Scroll down. Here either you can add one more new row or go with existing row. If you select view, which means only these people can access only task. Sorry, only they can view the task. They can't access it. But when you start view and modify, which means both, you can view the task, you can also modify the task, which means you can run the task. So the same thing applicable for all the domains, okay, not only for one, all the domains have same concept. Now coming to the task you are saying, right? Let me show that. Certain tasks we can access through domain security policy. Certain tasks we have to give permissions through a different security access. Let me show that. What I'm trying to say, few tasks are domains now. Okay, few tasks are domains. For example, accumulation. Okay, let me go with this. Now see here, garnishments we created, payment election rules we created, payroll input we created, correct? These are all nothing but setup related. These are also tasks. Okay. But there are certain tasks you cannot give access. We cannot give access through this domain. For that, we have separate task. That is security for securable item. If you're not seeing any task under domains, the one and only option is here on. For example, I want to access create pay accumulations. I'm not able to see the task, correct? Now see here. So these are the people who has access currently to create pay accumulation. I'm gonna edit this edit action. Sorry, no access. Wait, just a second. Can go here. Now here, you can grant access, who can view, who can modify. Like same domain only, but certain groups you have to grant through this. So normally, most of the setup related tasks, we have domain security policy, the one before I access. But there are certain tasks we have to give access through this security for securable item. Let me do one thing. Sorry. Domain security, excuse me. Domain security policies. So here what happened is, in the domain security policies, fields, worker data, few tasks, we can grant access. Security for securable item means which is equal to, we can give access only for tasks. So one challenge in Workday is, I agree, few confusing things. There's no standard format. It's like you hit A, if you didn't get the result, go and hit B, something like that. There is no particular standard things. Yeah. So we implemented benefits for USA and Canada initially as part of phase 1. USA, Canada, and UK. Okay, US core HR, all 30 countries implemented. For benefits, USA, Canada, and UK we implemented. Now, employees from India, they're also able to see this benefits tab, and they will select benefits. They will see null here, nothing. That is expected because we have not implemented in India. Correct? We are not implemented in India. Hence, they can't see any data. But the employee from US, UK, or Canada, if they select, they can see the benefits here. Now the requirement from customer is most of the employees in India asking, assuming they do have the benefits and assuming then no benefits has been assigned, they're escalating. Can we hide the benefits tab completely for employees in India and allow only US, Canada, UK employees to view? Now you have to hide this tab for India. You have to allow the other people to access this task.